Hello, everyone. It is Antoinette Mosley as I Follow the Leader, and I am continuing our summer series. Last week, I was on the hammock, and today, for those who are watching, I am in the airport. Baltimore Airport to be exact. We may hear some noises. I'm trying to have my headphones in to try to limit that. However, not sure how well that's going to work. So, we're going to make today's summer series very brief to be mindful of that. I hope that each of you are doing well. I do love rocking chairs. Fun fact, really have always loved rocking chairs. Love that this airport has them, and we're getting a lot of sun. So it's about 7 p.m. on the East Coast, a little after, and thought it would be great to just do this in the sunshine for the summer series. Just take advantage of this. I have my mask, but I also have tons of space right now, which is awesome. So I'm also not disturbing anyone. However, it may be good to disturb someone and share with them a bit of courage, a bit of diversity, equity, and inclusion. What I want to talk to you today is about the 7 attributes of courage. If you saw my LinkedIn post earlier, you know that I was in Michigan today speaking to an amazing group of over 200 change agents about cultivating courage and how cultivating courage can help lead to organizations, spaces that are celebrated, not tolerated. And so it's so important that we cultivate courage, that we have courageous conversations. And today I just wanted to share a little of that framework with you. It may help you, your organization, and you are welcome to reach out. I will also make sure that we put it in the show notes of how you can access a PDF download of what I'm going to share with you. And the PDF download also goes a bit deeper, and so you can even see explanations for some of that. So today is episode 39. Can't believe it. We are almost at 40. But episode 39 today, the 7 attributes of courage. The 7 attributes of courage. I am now going to screen share for those that listening. You can reach out or again look at the show notes to get this resource. The 7 attributes of courage. This is a framework that I developed really to help people learn how can you be more courageous? What does it take? And so today I did a keynote speech about it. However, I also have it as a workshop option. So the really great thing is that some people will go through the keynote and then have a follow-up workshop to dig even deeper in how to be courageous, how to have more courageous conversations so you can ensure your workplace is celebrated and not tolerated, and one where people really feel a sense of inclusion, equity, and belonging. First up is caring. I believe to be courageous, my version of courage, right, is really about being a caring and courageous change agent. You are helping others, you are using your courage for the good of all. Overcoming. I believe to be courageous, you have to overcome your fears and you have to overcome your doubts. Unapologetic. I believe it's so important to find a place where you can be unapologetically authentic. Now, remember, we're basing everything on caring. So it's not being unapologetically authentic so you can be brash, able to bring your full self to the spaces you're in. You feel that you belong. And then you can really be celebrated and celebrate others. Repetition. This is right in the middle of these 7 letters for a reason. Courage has to be cultivated. We have to practice, we have to work at it. Question I ask in my keynotes is how many people took a courage course in school? How many people learned how to be courageous? For example, in today's conversation, over 200 change agents, no one, right, had learned how to be courageous or taken a courage course in school. And so I believe as a courage curator, it's my job and I want to help with really helping you cultivate courage. And so it's going to take repetition. Right now, I'm sending out courage candy every single day, have been doing this for months now to a group of amazing, caring, courageous change agents so that we can talk about courage. We can practice courage. This week's text messages, for example, are about boundaries. Last week was about how to be imperfect. And so we really talk about things that are applicable to courage. Week before was consistency. Next week is probably going to be about burnout. So repetition. We have to practice making courageous choices. All right, next up is advocate. If we want to be courageous, if we want to advocate for others, we need to make sure that we're courageous. If we don't know how to advocate for others correctly, even if we want to internally, we really care. If there's not action behind it, we're really not being the best advocate that we can be for ourselves or for others. And so you can dig deeper into the Radical Candor framework by Kim Scott. I think that's a really great example of what she describes as caring personally while challenging directly. And so you need courage to be an effective advocate. Next is gritty. I love the word grit. I think it's so important to be gritty, to be willing to come back, bounce back, right? We're all going to make mistakes. It's really how you recover. And we all have a purpose in life. So when we make mistakes or someone tells us we're not good enough, etc., or we go through a difficult season, are we willing to come back even better? Are we willing to learn from our mistakes? And I believe if you are courageous and practicing courage, it's going to help increase your grit score. If you don't know what a grit score is, check out Google Angela Duckworth. I loved her book about grit, and my grit score is pretty high. So I've been through more than you think, and people wonder why are you still smiling. I almost missed my flight to Baltimore from Michigan because I was saying hi to some amazing people from my past in graduate school in Michigan. And the guy just told me, he's like, "You, how are you doing today? You have a smile. You must have had a great day." And I said, "Actually, I'm trying not to miss my flight." And he said, "Wow, you have a really good attitude. You must be in love." And while, yes, I am in love with my husband so much, also I choose, right, to smile through it. I choose to still be positive, even if I may miss my flight, etc. And so we can choose optimism, we can choose courage. And then last but not least, embrace. If you want to be courageous, if you want to be a caring and courageous change agent, we have to embrace others. We have to be caring. We have to embrace people's flaws. We have to embrace their differences. And I think it's so important when we embrace others, right? Our courage can be contagious. We can help others better. And so those are the 7 attributes of courage: caring, overcoming, unapologetic, repetition, advocate, gritty, and embracing. And there's a little bonus. I actually also have courageous. So actually a OUS. You can check out today's recap video. We'll link it in the show notes if you want to learn what the OUS is, excuse me, in the courageous. So we have the 7 attributes of courage, but we also have 3 extra tips if you really want to focus on having courageous conversations in the workplace. Really enjoyed talking to you all today about the 7 attributes of courage. I hope you are enjoying the last days of summer. I am excited to let you know that in about 2 weeks, our last summer series, I will be in a very fun place